Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Tact and Diplomacy. Bring the music down a little bit before we blow everyone's eardrums out, although I feel like that's very necessary. So, before we go around and say hello to everyone, please start off by looking at our social links, including our Discord, Twitter, and YouTube, where you can find all of the wonderful things that we do and interact with our community. And if you want to get into a game yourself, you can send me a DM on Twitter. I should highlight that should you get into a game, your first game with us would not be like tonight's game. Similar maybe, but I wouldn't. In a normal game, you wouldn't get this warning, which I ask you all to heed, because these are things that could well come up and have come up in the past. Bowman, thank you so much for that donation. I will call it. We've got 2 advantages for Kayla, 2 for Renee, 1 for Mackenzie, and 1 for Paige. So thank you so much for chipping in there. Also, please check out the sanity warning. Oh, Durza coming in with the cheer, and I got an emote from it as well. I don't know what I got. I got the little wand thing, the RPG emotes. Yeah, biddy cheers at the minute are rewarding people with TTRPG style emotes, and that's cool. I got a little wand. Thank you. I assume for the pot, so the first advantage will also be free. I'll update the overlay in a minute. Let's finish off the intro. Thanks to our sponsors. Please check out Mage Hand Press, who create content for 5e, including expansions such as Dark Matter, which is a stream that you can see on Thursdays at 1 PM right here on the channel. It's run by Alice. She's by far the best storyteller on the channel. If you're not watching her shows, what are you doing? Also, please check out many? The Deck of Many! You know their Deck of Many things. In fact, someone in our cast knows them very well. They're looking shifty. They're looking shifty.
Hi.
Oh, hi! Yeah,
I happened to get myself a deck. Yeah. Shall we pick one?
Sure, let's call it a tarot for tonight's episode.
Tell me when to stop, anyone.
Now.
Okay. Hopefully this is... I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but we got the gem.
Oh, that is a bunch of a massive heck-ton of gold.
Well, there you go.
Massive heck-ton of
Hey.
gold.
And as you can see, it is animated and
It is.
beautiful.
It is.
And all of them are animated, and it's amazing.
They currently have a discount on their Deck of Many animated spell cards as well. Follow that link. Go and check them out.
Yes.
Go and check them out. Also, since you're here, retweet the tweet. Tell your friends you're here. Tell them all about it. But also warn them that there's a lot of gore and stuff. I have a lot of energy tonight, chat. I have a lot of energy, and I don't know what that means yet. I don't have a plan either. It's going to be fun. Let's go around and say hello to everyone. We'll go anti-clockwise around the screen today and start with the lovely D&D and Paige.
Hi, everyone.
I love your faces as you're trying to figure out which way's
I don't know.
You and Kayla like
left,
who's
right? I don't. I'm Paige, known as D&D and Paige. I'm here on Mondays. I'm on Onyx Path on Tuesdays now for an Aberrant game. And then I have a fun charity stream I'm taking part of at the beginning of November, and I will come forth with more details, but I'm playing a game, or running a game, called Dirty 20 Slush. So that gives you any idea of the ridiculousness I'm about to do. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I don't know where you are in relation to me, Scrub, but he's hyped, and I'm scared, so it'll be great.
Don't worry, this is going to be a calm, light morning session. Nothing to worry about.
See my tweet from earlier today.
Next round we have Mackenzie. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Hi, I'm Mackenzie Lane D on Twitter. You can call me Mac. You can find me here every Monday. You can also find me over in the DM seat every Tuesday for Apotheosis, and over on Encounter Roleplay for the Broken Crown every Wednesday afternoon. We're like, all those are for the next 3 weeks or so. Heck, end of season. Oh boy. If you don't like catching streams, you will soon be able to listen to me in podcast form as we relaunch One-on-One, a D&D duet campaign, which you can learn more about at One-on-One-D&D on Twitter. Spoilers, a big heckin' announcement is going to drop tomorrow morning, and I'm super excited about it, so check that out. Last but certainly not least, check out my writing over on DM's Guild and Itch.io. I just released Tanaro's Candy Compendium, a collection of 50 magical candies for your D&D game, so it's perfect for like trick-or-treating or Halloween episodes, or just if you want to give your adventures a sugar high, which Scrat might be having right now. Anyways, yeah, and I play Kaiden, who does things.
Can we have less music and more Mac? Is that due to the music being loud? Actually, looking at the music's pretty loud. Sorry, I'm hype. Okay, so it should sound better now. Everyone should sound better. I'm going to turn my own volume up to match my level of hype. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh god. Oh god. Kaiden also is now very concerned.
Kaiden has no cause to be concerned. Kaiden should be
yeah.
sad. Be sad, Kaiden.
Alright. I'll be sad. Fine. God.
Next around the screen we have Renee.
Hi, I'm Cashel, and I'm here playing this wonderful story of life with wonderful people, and I don't get sad. So, you can find Renee on Twitter at RadiantR. Also, you can see like the podcasting stuff and the streaming stuff, basically Mondays and Wednesdays. Oh, but tomorrow she's on this cool new channel called Jam Game Streams that's literally launching tomorrow and playing D&D with like super cool people. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, sticking around. Do Fade and the Fable Maidens podcast and Edenfall and writing stuff. And not sads. No sads.
Did you say no sex or?
Hey,
Did I hear
excuse
wrong?
you. Excuse
No
you.
sex.
That's Kaiden's job.
No sads and no sex.
Now Kaiden
I'm
is
not
sad.
actually making any promises.
My god.
There might be sex.
We are so off the rails.
We haven't even started. We can't find the
We haven't even
rails. That's the
started.
problem. We literally cannot find the rails as we get started tonight.
I don't think I'm gonna have sex. That's it. Okay,
Thanks, Casual.
next person.
As I mentioned, Kelly is away this week, so we won't skip over. Let's talk about Kelly and all the wonderful things that she does. You can find her Twitter there, where you can find most of them. She worked with Mackenzie on the Sweets thing. She was a DM here last season. She's a fantastic DM, by the way. Absolutely fantastic. She edits and all sorts of good stuff. Go and check out their Twitter. It's a great place to check out. Last, but most certainly not least. Oh, hi, Kayla.
Oh, hi. I am that Caleb person. I'm here, being a person and stuff and things. Yeah. I don't know what to do with this Scrat tonight. I've never had this Scrat before. I've usually had the pensive one, and this one is like a whole new beast, and I don't know how to handle it. No! Yes, I am very afraid.
Just stay on your safety systems tonight, everyone.
I have almost spit out soda like 3 times. How long have we been live? How long?
Not long.
14 minutes.
Well, that's... We're gonna do great tonight, guys. It's gonna go great.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine.
So, after hope is lost, we end up, a quiet night, maybe some drinking, and we head to bed. Pumpkin, thank you so much for giving me 5 advantages.
I'm
does that
so
make me
torn. I want to
happy?
thank you,
No,
but
I'm
also
like.
I'm scared.
Let's just put them on the screen immediately.
Wait, Scrat, can you count those ones out?
What?
Okay. 1, 2.
3, 4. Quick, we need a 5.
There we go.
Easy.
Yeah!
1, 2, 3, 4. 5. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah. We all find ourselves to bed. When you wake the next morning, oh, actually, do you wake this morning? Let's have a quiet moment with Reese.
We're starting out like that, huh?
We're starting out like this. Reese,
Hi.
when you head to, do you have a drink this evening?
He probably gets the closest he's been to, like, drunk tonight.
And there's almost like a little
you.
voice in the back of your head just telling you this is a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Don't panic. There's no reason to panic whatsoever.
I just don't know how to handle you in this situation right now. Bring it. Lay it on me. What are we doing?
Well, I mean, what is Reese thinking about as they sleep?
You know,
What are you trying to forget, Reese?
he's trying to forget mostly, but he is also kind of trying to make a plan, if there can be one at this point. More so like, I don't know, the next day being like, figure out where the hell we're going, because I don't think we can stay here for very long, or that we should stay here for very long. And at the same time, just drinking his ass off. I don't know if anybody else joins him for a drink necessarily, but he would definitely just be drinking to not think.
And you are successful. You drink until you can't think. And I was looking for a rhyme to link to another thing, but never mind. You're reasonably successful. You can get drunk, staggering drunk, but not falling over drunk. You know, that pleasant place just before it all goes to shit.
Yeah, before the...
I think Reese is clever enough to know his limits, especially having not drunk very much or very often, sort of thing. You know.
Yeah.
There's still that little voice telling you that another shot would be great. Strangely, it's not your voice anymore.
Okay.
One more drink, Reese. Forget me.
Oh god, that's so creepy.
You recognize this voice. It's young. You haven't thought about this voice for a long time.
Oh god.
You know who it is?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. That would be my my younger sister, Fiona. That's not great.
Is that Kayla remembering or Reese remembering? Reese, I guess, could be difficult to forget your sisters, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But you might with one more drink.
That's he's probably gonna start feeling sick despite not being at that point, but that voice is, yeah.
How would you
That's not good.
describe your relationship with your sister? What do you remember of it? Was it loving? Was it, you know, were you that older brother? Was it teasing?
Yeah. No, he wasn't necessarily teasing in a loving way, maybe, but most of the time it was protective. Big bear protecting little tiny baby bear.
Thank you, Doom Guy, for donating that £5 there. You can afford to donate a disadvantage to a player of your choice. Let us know who, and we'll bring that into play. Or you can just give it to me and I'll distribute it at random. The voice seems to go away. Does Reese tarry long at the party after that?
At the moment he starts hearing that voice, probably would like kind of like pull himself away from everybody else and kind of like seclude himself once again, and then eventually, once he was able to like push it to the back of his mind, kind of be like, all right, that's enough. He's gonna go to bed. Like seclusion, and then eventually fully take himself out of the equation.
Yeah. And I'd say you're probably far gone enough to not really be aware of who's still up and who's not, or even who's in bed. But as you step up to the door of your hut, you find the right one. I don't think there's the awkward key in a lock moment. You know, you can find it. It's quite clearly marked out by the snow. A lot of these buildings are empty, so it's obvious which one's which. Just as you're opening the door, you hear a noise, and it comes from down the row of buildings, more towards where you know the officer sleeps. Officer Clanahan. And this noise definitely isn't something that you've produced in your head. It comes from over there. Good night.
He like goes still in front of the door, really tense, before kind of looking in that direction, wandering that way maybe a little.
As you go to wander that way, you can feel your feet giving out from under you. Thank you, M83T45, which sounds like a Terminator number. I assume you're the same person. So thank you for the 2 disadvantages for Mackenzie. We'll let her know when she gets back. She'll love it.
Yeah, probably.
But as you begin to walk that way, you can feel your feet try to give out from under you on the even with the spikes on the ice. It's difficult. You need to head to bed. Good night. And you hear the sound of snow crunching. Seems misty. That's weird, like dry ice sort of mist. Weird.
I take a few more steps in that direction just to like get a beat on anything. Like, can I see like footprints? I mean, obviously there's going to be footprints in the snow. This is a military barracks, but like small footprints.
Can you please make me We'll call this a natural environment with disadvantage.
Well, okay.
Due to drunken behavior, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. Well,
there it is.
Well, yeah.
Just as you get to the corner, you slip on the ice, landing heavily in the snow, crushed as it is. you feel it cut into your face slightly as you land. You know when there's that crust of ice on top of snow, it breaks easily, but you still feel it cut against your face. However, you can't help but notice on the way down how crisp and clear the snow is around here.
Like, no marks? Or just white and not slushy?
I mean, you can see the main path to and from the hut, which the Clanahan clearly uses.
Yeah.
But that's all. Where the noise came from, around the corner, looks like fresh field. Make me a mental resistance roll, please.
This is not gonna be good. I don't... I use one of my advantages.
Of course you can.
It's gonna be bad either way. Yeah, well, you know. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
well...
Oh, wow. Are they 2 rolls of 1?
I feel like I'm not rolling it correctly.
Yeah,
I
mean,
feel like it's not correct, because it's always been terrible.
I feel like it too. Let's check out the maths behind this and just see if you truly are that bad at mental resistance. Okay, mental resistance.
Can't tell.
I can tell. I'm looking at it. Looks...
Is it just correct?
Yeah. However, I'm going to give you something to help you out in future.
Oh, okay. I'll take pity.
However, as you land in the snow, it feels so lovely and soft.
Oh god. And I am drunk.
After you've broken the crust, of course, and
Yeah.
as your arms become sort of covered in it, this feels like a lovely place to sleep.
Why not?
I'm gonna get everyone else back, is that okay?
Yeah. Do the dance. Do the dance. Ah!
Reese does end up in the barracks room with you. A couple of soldiers bring him in later than anyone else, after he went missing earlier. He's kind of blue.
Like metaphorical blue or like literally frostbitten blue?
The guy... No. It says, hey, are y'all decent in there?
Aye?
Good, this guy's freezing. Fell asleep in the snow.
Reese?
And the two of them are sort of carrying Reese in. It's late. It's like 2 a.m. at this point.
I'm not... Eleanor, wake up. Eleanor.
What?
Reese is nearly frozen to death. I don't know what to do with it.
Ah, he'll be alright. Just put some whiskey in him.
Eleanor, wake up.
I'm awake. Why is Reese
Alright.
cold? What?
Reese fell asleep in the snow, apparently.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Right over there by the
Yeah.
officer's door. I reckon he went to the wrong room.
No, I didn't.
I and kind of motion towards the bed that they could put him in.
between the two of them, because Reese isn't the smallest guy, you know, they sort of like awkwardly waddle and then just sort of like throw him onto the bed.
I like the snow better.
But if you're gonna sleep in the snow, at least get a fire going or a blanket or something.
Hey.
Captain Clanahan says you can make fires wherever you want at the minute. You know, this floor, and like he bangs on it. It's made of metal. You don't have to worry about burning it.
Great.
Oh. All right. Thank you so much. Back to bed with everyone. And goes back to sleep.
Okay, good night.
Thank you, officers. You're lovely
Reese, are you
people.
actually alive over there? Or you got the frostbite? Do I actually have to help you?
I'm fine. I just drank too much. My
Reese,
Probably
heart.
as a
some
note-
water.
Reese, you don't know what they're talking about. You don't feel cold. Just kind of numb.
Fine. Fine.
Kaiden, does he look alright?
How does Reese look right now?
Kaiden, do you have any skills in medicine?
I don't think so. Let me double check, but I think that's
First try of the night.
that's a big fat no.
Well, then you can go for either erudition, science, or magians. Or even Demorphin mysteries. You can go for anyone.
Those are all what are those? Those are reason based, right?
Oh,
the
and by the
Morphin
way, Doom Guy and M83T45 gifted you 2 disadvantages, Mackenzie. You'll be pleased to know.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Are you using one of those now? Because
No, I
would
don't think I
not
need
waste
to yet.
one.
Yeah.
I was not okay. What is the Morphin Mysteries based in? What's that way?
Rindraf, I believe.
Oh god. Okay, we're just gonna do a straight erudition. Oh my god, why is Roll20 scrolled all the way up? Well, yeah. Reese looks fine.
Huh, I don't have your roll yet. There it is.
Like I told you, I'm fine.
He's human shaped, he's got all his limbs and teeth.
Which is saying something.
I just put a hand on his forehead. Hot, warm, cold.
Freezing cold!
Well, he feels cold. But I mean, other than
Alright.
that, he looks fine.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm
Probably got
fine.
some whiskey in him or something, like they were saying.
And you can see Kaiden from Reese's movements. Reese has had a drink tonight as well.
Or don't put any more whiskey in him.
Well, Eleanor is assumedly had a little whiskey, and by little I mean a lot of whiskey, the night before, and finally drags herself out of bed. Alright, and like walks over and looks at Reese to be like, hey, do you have frostbite? Like, no more booze for you?
I just took a nap in the snow.
No
That's
one
it.
takes a nap in the snow, Reese.
I did.
I mean, if he said he did, he probably did.
It's 'cause
Okay,
he's
I
drunk.
literally want one line in Reese's ear. Just give me 2 seconds.
Oh god.
Seems they're all giving you a really hard time about you. Maybe it's a good idea to address something with Kaiden. Inhibitions are lowered.
No. Yeah, that was kind of in the corner of my head.
Let's bring it to the front.
Okay.
See, I don't know what the dance means before you put the before you do this.
Nothing. I am somber and serious as always.
Yeah, he's serious.
Yeah.
Just don't worry about I said goodnight and went to sleep in the snow. So,
Well, Reese, you should probably let us look at your toes at least. Or do you have shoes on? And like looks down to see if they're like went barefoot drunk in the snow. Wouldn't be the first time I live in Chicago.
I live in Chicago.
that is
That's
that
not
is
the first time
really
Paige
accurate.
would have seen this. So Eleanor's
No,
gonna check to make
that's
sure they have.
that's Chicago.
That's canon now.
You can see Eleanor. Their face is a little bloodied. Not like they've been in a fight, more like they've had scratches on it.
Iris, you kind of look like shit. And like goes over and stumbles over.
I feel
her
like
kit.
shit, so it's good. It matches.
Yeah, if you say so. But as she's like being like, yeah, sure, grabs her medical stuff and stumbles on over to.
Kaiden kind of does what he can to help support Eleanor, but chances are Kaiden also had a drink or something last night, so you know, we're all drunk tonight.
Just don't help her. Don't help her. You don't have to come towards me. Just don't help her right now. She's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Reese and keep helping Eleanor.
No, don't. Just
I think you're both drunk. Is just what I'm thinking.
I think
And,
you're
like-
drunk too, Eleanor. You just know how to handle it better.
Eris went to bed early.
I'm
She's-
not drunk.
Eris went to bed early. Cashel, you might have seen, she said she wanted some time to think, and she took the room next to yours.
Okay.
Other than that, you all just carry on. That's my responsibilities done.
bunch of
Well-
drunks in a room by ourselves.
Yeah, if Reese lets me, I'm gonna start like putting weird herby paste on their face.
What the hell? What is it? What is this?
Reese, if you rub it off, it's not gonna do any good.
I don't know what it is. What is it?
You wanna know what it is? It's some leafy things.
Well, I would like to know what it is.
Well, don't eat it at least. That's just supposed to go on your face. Aye.
Nope.
So I
And
need to
your
get
tongue
a
goes
bag,
numb.
Eleanor.
What was
Yeah.
that?
I just ate Vicks Vapor Rub.
It's kind of what I was imagining. So super fair. And then like gets her cloth out and kind of like gently pats it on and just hopes it sticks. All right, now what's the rest of you? Missing your fingers?
They're
And what are the green? What does Reese's fingers look like medically?
Give me a medical roll if you have a skill relevant. If you do not have a relevant skill,
I have first aid.
that would be perfect.
Cashel is suddenly lurking behind Eleanor.
Thank you so much, Madam Gandalf, for that raid. Welcome in, everyone. We do have some warnings to give you about this stream, especially as we're about to give a potentially graphic description. So please heed the content warnings and the sanity warnings. There's a lot of these things in this campaign.
We're gonna get graphic about Reese's fingers.
Well, let's take a look at Reese's Pieces.
I'm so angry. I'm so angry.
Reese's fingers are swollen, blotchy, blue, and marked dark. His hands and arms are okay, but his fingers definitely... You've seen this before. Cold. Don't heat them up quickly.
Yeah, more like they're not full frostbitten, right? They're just like the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Okay. Like, alright, Kaiden.
Aye.
Cash, everyone grab a hand and just gently start rubbing.
No, just don't. I'm fine. I'm just gonna go back to sleep. I'm tired. It's fine.
You're
Just
going
don't.
to lose your fingers if you don't
Should
let
I
it
breathe
do
on
things.
your
Fingers
hand?
are fine.
Oh,
They
please
don't.
let Cashel breathe on Reese's hand. That'll be hilarious.
Oh god. Oh god.
Reese, Cashel's
Alright.
trying to eat your fingers.
Please don't touch me. Please do not touch me.
Alright. Well, then rub your own fingers together. You gotta get them warm. You're looking a little rough.
I'll stand further away.
Mm-hmm. You have to be
No,
careful. The
God,
bed bugs
just
will
close your mouth. Close
Thing
it.
is- Thing is, though, Reese, is rubbing your fingers hurts. They didn't hurt when you weren't doing it.
I don't like this. I just want. Can I just go to bed? Can you just? I'm fine. I'm
Why don't
fine.
you go to bed, Reese, and just let not Cash eat your fingers. We'll just warm up your little mitts a little bit, and then you'll go to bed.
They hurt.
Yeah, you fell asleep in the snow. It's
Why
going
would
to
I
hurt.
eat your fingers when there's just so much bacon here?
Please don't. Please don't.
Elena, you
Alright.
got any of those rocks or anything? You can just warm him up and just shove them in his hands.
They don't really work like that. It's not really what they do.
Alright, just a suggestion. I'm not the muffin.
Yeah, leave it to her. Just stay out of it. Leave it to her. She's the
I'm just
expert.
helping. Don't get
No.
mad at me. I'm sorry I said you're right
Helping.
here.
Helping. Yeah, I think you've helped enough. All right, just
All right now. This might be the whiskey talking, but Reese, would you let me help you with your hands, and then you can go to bed?
they're fine. They just hurt.
Yeah, they hurt because they're going numb. I mean, look at them.
They're not
gonna lose
numb though. I can feel them. They're
If
fine.
you don't warm them up, they're gonna get really gnarly. All I'm saying.
What are you gonna do? That's. You
I'm
gonna
trying
call
to slow-
spirits
I'ma eat
and
them.
help me. No, you're not gonna come near me. Don't eat them.
I promise, Reese, no one's going to eat your fingers.
Plus they're cold, so they probably wouldn't even taste good.
Aye.
Just what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with my hands?
We just have to slowly heat them up again.
That's what I was
Slowly.
doing.
But then you stop because it hurt too much.
Because it hurts. What am I supposed to do?
Keep doing it. Alright. Anything else? Did you have shoes on?
Yeah, you took them off.
Alright. I look at Reese's feet to make sure they're okay.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so as long as you heat up your hands, Reese, you can go back to bed and that one won't eat them and that one won't rub them.
Pinky swear.
Except not because you don't want him to touch your hands.
Don't, no. Yeah, no, please don't. Am I done rubbing yet?
Are your hands warm yet?
I don't know, are they?
Are they warm yet?
It's gonna take like half an hour.
Alright, Reese, you know, this would really go faster if you just let us rub your hands.
I don't want...
Then go sit by the fire at least.
You can rub my hands. I don't want them rubbing my hands, alright? Just...
Alright.
I
Goes
don't
over
wanna
like
rub your gross hands anyway.
pizza perfect.
You were gonna eat my hands! Why would I let you touch me if you're gonna eat my
You
hands?
actually think I eat hands?
People do strange things.
Alright.
I will say Kaiden is snickering like a little bitch baby in the corner.
Can you just stop laughing? It's fine. Go to bed.
No, this is funny, and I also don't want you to die. So,
Alright.
Oh, yeah, you don't want me to die, kind of like how, you didn't want Hope to die. Whatever. Just get to rubbing my hands. I just want to go back to bed. Please.
I'm starting to think men can't hold their liquor and like just takes the hands and like starts like rubbing them, like try to be nice so it doesn't hurt so much. It's just like, alright. Alright, you're crying like a wee child now, Reese.
I'm not crying. It just hurts.
Well, it's going to keep hurting until they're warm again. I don't know what to tell you. I would give you more whiskey, but you're already drunk as a skunk.
Not
Just
enough.
Straight back to hand rubbing.
Eleanor, you might remember being told that a quick way to warm up extremities is to put them close to like main bodies of warmth, so like under the armpits or between the thighs. Fortunately, these are hands, so I'm not implying anything awkward here. I'm saying you put Reese's hands between his own thighs.
That's not what Paige thought right away. I'm going to tell you right now.
But that's not how Eleanor thinks.
No,
We've determined
Eleanor-
this.
It's not.
No sex.
Yeah. All right. Now, to heat it up a little bit, just take your mitts and shove them in your pits.
Cashel does it too, because that's cute.
All right. And
Are
you
you
let them
doing-
warm up.
And while you're still wearing that fur as well, Reese, you do get a sense of warmth. You almost forgot what warmth felt like, but as soon as you do feel it, suddenly the rest of you feels freezing.
I'm cold. We got a fire in here or something? It's cold.
Hey, I think there's a little, like, and I look over for the flux, what I called it in my mind, the flux bug zapper, the heater.
Mm-hmm. It's on, yeah.
And there's that thing.
The guards also told us we could start a fire in here if we needed to.
Yay. I'm just gonna sit here and go back to sleep.
Oh. All right. I think then I'll go back to sleep. If things start turning black and blue, that's when you can get back to me, Reese.
We're good. Still green.
All right. And, like, goes, grabs a bottle of whiskey, like, whatever table she passes, takes a swig, sets it down, goes back to sleep. Or attempts to.
Reese will fully fall asleep right next to this heater, just like propped up against the wall, like that.
And that's where you all wake up. I wouldn't say you wake up early. I mean, those of you who weren't out drinking, wake up whenever you like. Who does get up first?
Me.
Are we going on another casual adventure?
I don't really have anywhere to go.
Okay.
Look, I did all the dead bodies already. No sex.
Not unless you go on an adventure, you know.
Valid point. Voice in my head. I think I just like go over my notes from yesterday until everyone else starts getting up. I just like curl up in a corner, open my journal, start finishing out, make sure the Eris took good enough notes, you know? And like
Eris was very diligent.
good on Eris.
I mean, it's not quite like they were dictating. They left out the bits that even you would consider unimportant, but they have written this almost as though... almost like a student trying to learn themselves. You know, the person who takes a notes of every crucial bit and every bit that might be crucial? That's what the
Yeah,
notes
no,
look
that's
like.
Great. I think at one point I'd take one of the containers out of my coat and just kind of like look at it for a second. And then put it back. And then I keep writing, doodling.
I feel like I'd probably wake up second. The person most likely to handle their whiskey.
Eleanor, you wake. You see Cashel. In fact, does Cashel sleep? Because I don't think you've seen it yet, have you? Like, they always seem to be up and reading.
Don't know if I've seen a lot
One
of
time in
things.
the cave where I slept through the whole night, but I don't know if Eleanor was there that whole time.
Cash, what are you doing over there?
Writing.
I can see that, Cash.
Yeah.
About what?
Notes.
How descriptive, Cash.
Thanks.
All right. Did the
I didn't
drunkards
actually
wake
take
up?
them. Eris took them. Very descriptive.
Oh, I'm sure she's a very thorough woman. I would think. I've not read her notes, but I would think she's really good at it. I don't know. She seems very serious,
Very smart.
very smart, probably smarter than the rest of us. But
Sure.
did the drunkards wake up?
Oh,
No.
no.
All right. What do we do now, Cash?
Well, there's probably bacon for breakfast.
I assume there's always bacon here. I really think it's more of a snack, like a 24/7 thing, more than water. I don't know if I've seen water here, but I've seen a lot of bacon.
Yeah, a lot of bacon.
A lot of
So we
bacon.
could do that. I could tell you about dead bodies.
Oh, well, I was more wondering what we're going to do about this big problem, more than we were about dead bodies and bacon.
Oh, right. Problems. Mm. What problems?
The problems where they're digging in the earth.
What?
I don't know if you're yanking my leg off or really serious.
No, I'm very serious. Dead serious. But not actually dead.
I can see that, Cash. You're an interesting one. Yeah. I think I'll go get bacon now. Do you want to go get bacon now?
Yeah, sure.
Go on
I'll never say no to bacon.
a bacon date with Cash.
Sure, and the two of you can leave the hut. Outside, on the door, you will find a note from Eris that just says she's gone to investigate the mountain range south. She thinks she saw something. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. And as the two of you... Go on.
Okay, no. Oh, good, good.
As the two of you go off on your bacon date, I'd like to pick up with you in just a moment, if that's okay. I'll see you all shortly. Bye. I'd actually like a private moment with Kaiden. That'd be fantastic. That's quite a debacle last night, Kaiden, wasn't it, with Reese?
Wasn't it?
Do you think they were trying to push you away so they could have more time with Eleanor?
Well, I hope not.
Just saying.
They've been... Not like they've ever liked me, to be honest.
No, they never have. Eleanor does, though.
Eleanor likes a lot of people.
True. How do you feel like you did with the whole Eleanor getting bitten thing?
Oh, you had to bring that up, didn't you?
And you're there, living it again. But tell me, through Kaiden's eyes, how does it seem? What are the bits that Kaiden focuses on?
It's like a broken record. It just keeps replaying the moment where he tries to hit the snake that is dangling from the ceiling before it drops down and launches at Eleanor. Every single time it's just trying to throw that knife. Every time it's a different angle, it's a different throw, it's a front hand, backhand, under like different things, different follow-throughs, trying to figure out what went wrong, why he couldn't hit it. Every time it misses. And it's just a broken record, just keep going. Just failure upon failure upon failure.
It's infuriating, isn't it?
Why can't I hit it? Why can't I hit it? I'm better than this, I know that! Why couldn't I stop it?
The dream stops skipping and continues to play out. Except this time, Eleanor doesn't go... She goes limp like she did before. But this time you can see her eyes roll dead.
No, 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 no!
She slowly turns black.
Stop
Like
it,
tar
stop it, stop
covering
it.
her skin.
No, no.
A skull slowly protrudes from her head like a mask.
Eleanor, please!
Eleanor reaches out. Gently strokes the side of your face. Pushing your top back. And revealing your tattoo.
I've sort of...
How do you feel about this?
a hot fucking mess.
She's definitely a Fiondas, right? There's no two
Yeah.
ways.
No. She hasn't... Fiondas hasn't made any moves to attack me.
No, quite the opposite.
I just
Her other
really-
hand rests on your hip.
Eleanor?
Almost sultry, the look this skull is giving you.
This is wrong. This isn't...
Pulls you in closer.
Eleanor... fuck, what's going on? Kaiden doesn't pull back. Of course not.
He's pulling you in for a kiss. You can see tar dripping from her lips.
There is a very, very, very brief moment where Kaiden considers pulling back. He doesn't. Because why would he?
Feels warm. kisses you softly at first. Then a little more rigorously. You feel her tongue force its way into your mouth. And force is the right word. Because it doesn't stop. It keeps going, forcing its way into your face. You feel tar fill up your nostrils as your nose begins to flood. You can't breathe as whatever this is forcing its way down your throat, stopping you from being able to breathe or react. And you wake up. There's a pillow on your face. You're chewing it.
Oh, I really hope there's no one across the room for me, because oh boy, that pillow's getting flung across the room.
Only Reese is in the room with you.
The pillow probably doesn't hit Reese, because honestly it's a weak throw, but it's fling that off and I just... sort of check my face.
You pull away your fingers and feel that tar on them. Feel again, you can feel your own skull protruding from your head like a Fiondas mask.
Any reflective surfaces in this building?
There's glass.
Cool, I try and run over to it. What do I look like?
Alienor, the Fiondas version, smiles back at you. I'm a part of you now. And you wake up again.
It's gonna keep happening. The dream, the one that keep looping. Are you gonna keep doing that?
Kaiden, I assume you just said that out loud.
Yes, I'm allowed to keep my headphones in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you just said that out loud, could you say it again now that Reese is, these are the first things you hear as you begin to stir?
Oh my god, are you gonna keep doing that? You just keep looping in my head.
Doing what exactly?
Nothing.
Nothing. Are you
Fine,
going to
I'm fine.
actually be honest for once in your life, or are you just gonna keep lying?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Fuck is wrong with me? The fuck is wrong with you?
Why do you... What? What did I do?
What did you do? Let's see. Well, should we start at the top of the list or the bottom of the list?
Oh, please, I'd love to hear what you've got to say.
Let's start with the fact that you showed up to town, my town, and proclaimed that you were somebody from the military when clearly you're not. Or how you have a burn in your shoulder that maybe has something to do with thieves. Or how you were down there in the museum and decided this is about a good time to start stealing from royalty. What? Which part of it am I confused on?
Alright, Reese. So what if I lied about being in the military? I didn't bring any trouble to that town, did I? No one got attacked in that town, did I? Did they?
No. In fact, I was quite willing to let that slide, figuring you had some kind of death
Until
wish,
what?
maybe? Until this happened. Until we decided to all go on this group mission, and you thought, hey, I'll throw myself into the ring. Sure, I don't really have the experience of a trained military professional, but they're gonna throw me in anyway, so I'll just join along, continue playing this game, and put everybody in the group in danger.
Need I remind you who saved everyone's asses over that chasm?
Did you? Because the way you handled that sword didn't really tell me you knew what you were doing.
Like you actually hit it.
The fact that I didn't hit it is not the problem here. The fact
Which
is
one of us
that
did?
you had a blade in your hand that you didn't even know how to handle. You could have hit me. You could have thrown it over the edge. You could have made the entire situation 1,000,000 times worse. But no, I'm apparently the wrong here because I didn't hit it. It's not about who gets the licks in, okay? It's about putting the thing down. And if I can't trust you to actually pull your weight, to actually know what you're doing, then yeah, I'm gonna be a little angry and concerned.
Oh, so that's the problem then, isn't it? I'm just gonna get real close. Like, I'm just sort of slowly stepping across the room. That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, that you're a liability, that you lied. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
Alright, fine. Which one of us, when Eris and Hope were dying down beneath the museum, froze up? Which one of us had to yank the sword from your back and push you out of the way? I'm not the
No.
liability here.
You know why I did. Don't act
Why
dumb.
you froze? Why you couldn't
You
hit anything?
saw her head, didn't you? Or are you still quite pleased with the fact that now the person who knows about your entire little secret, about the entire Thieves Guild thing that you have going on, is dead? You're pretty
I've seen
tickled
worse,
pink about
Reese.
that, aren't you?
Some of us have seen worse, and some of us don't get a chance to grieve. Some of us learn how to deal with that and move on like grown men. So deal with it.
I fucking dealt with it my entire life, alright? Don't talk to me about grieving.
Well, you're not the only one who's grieved.
Are you? Because you didn't really seem to care too much.
We all grieve in our own ways, Reese.
Somehow I doubt you care at all that she's dead. Or that we really are just kind of out here now on a pointless quest, and I have to now get somehow all of you back home.
If I'm not already, I'm going to crouch down right next to Reese. Pull out one of the daggers. Not do anything with it, but just hold it. Alright, so what if I don't care? What are you going to do about it?
Quite frankly, what I would love to do about it is leave your sorry ass here and not look back twice.
Oh, I'd like to see you try.
What are you gonna do? Follow me? You gonna be able to track your way through the mountains?
You'd be surprised what I can do.
Right, like handling the sword.
But maybe
Just if you're
alright.
gonna pretend to be somebody from the military and continue this whole lie, just try to do it a little bit more convincingly, okay?
Oh, maybe alright. Maybe swords aren't my thing. Maybe small blades are, and I sort of point the dagger in your direction. Don't test me.
You think I've had a sword pulled on me before? You think I haven't had something pointed at me, period?
I don't know. Have you?
You would know if you'd gone to military training, wouldn't you?
Oh, the things I've seen were much worse than military training.
Congratulations. You proved yourself as a hard ass. I'm fucking impressed. He's gonna push away from him and stand up.
You think you're better than me, don't you?
I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I just know for a fact that if you're gonna lie and you're gonna be this way, just at least pull your own goddamn weight. That's all I care about. Because those mountains out there aren't gonna forgive us. The Fionas aren't gonna forget it. They're not gonna pause for a moment to let you collect yourself or figure out which blade you want to pull. They don't care. None of it cares.
I'm sorry, which one of us got too drunk to feel last night? I think I'm not the one who needs to pull themselves together.
For the first time, me being drunk compared to you drunk just about every other night because of your shoulder.
Oh, but I had an excuse, didn't I? You're just sad.
I'd rather take sad than pathetic and stealing and lying. Because at least sad I can deal with.
Do you think you're as honest as you are, then you're lying to yourself?
I don't have to be honest with you. You've never been honest with me. Why should I be honest at all?
I didn't ask you to be honest. That sounds like a guilty conscience, doesn't it?
God, guilty about what? What exactly do you think I am guilty of?
I don't know. Maybe you could have stopped Hope from dying. Maybe you could have prevented us from getting into this mess. I don't know. I don't know what works in your brain. I'm just saying. You're not the only liar in the group. At least I'm open about it.
I have lied about nothing.
Keep telling yourself that.
I may hide the truth, but I'm not a liar. Like
What's
some
the
people.
difference? You look at it one way, I never lied. I just didn't tell the entire truth.
You've lied. And lied openly. And lied terribly. Now, if you're gonna stand there and keep pointing your blade like you're some impressive man, at least do something worthwhile and find out where the other two went so we can start planning what the fuck we're gonna do. Or do you want to keep throwing our weight around?
What do you want? 'Cause I could play this game all day.
I would like to figure out what the fuck is going on and what the fuck we're going to do.
And what's stopping you?
Reese is just gonna ignore him at this point and turn. Was there like a pack left over from Hope or something? Reese is gonna turn immediately to that and start digging through it to try and find any kind of like sense of direction, like a map of something to figure out where to go.
And as you start digging, maybe it's the slight let-up of epinephrine going around your brain, or maybe it's the trying to focus on something, but that's when the hangover headache hits and hits hard, like a javelin through the eye. And I'm going to pan across to the other two, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
What a wonderful
I love
scene.
you
Thank
back.
everyone.
That was so subtle.
What's that? Well, you know, you got it.
Took me a minute.
I feel like we need different music for you two, because I feel like you two have maybe woken up in a slightly better mood. It seemed that way from your interactions. So, let's head over to get some
We're on a
bacon.
bacon date.
I'm so charming.
It's not an awkward bacon date whatsoever.
You can get your spiked shoes on, walk through the snow, and before you know it, there you are in the canteen. You can talk on the way though if you like. Don't let me stop you.
I don't know if we would.
Nope.
I assume you like bacon, like you said before. Should we get a plate of bacon?
Bacon's fine, yeah. Do you want
Alright.
bacon?
Yeah, I think I want some bacon.
Okay, let's get bacon.
I'm starting to realize I really don't know much about you, Cash. Really, nothing at all.
I'm an open book.
Alright, grabbing a plate of bacon. Where are you from?
Not here.
Hi. Alright, how old are you?
Youngish.
Alright, grabbing more bacon, trying to fill the gaps. Alright, youngish, not from here. Are you an only child?
Yep.
Oh, straightforward. Alright.
Oh, good morning to you. How are you two doing? Now listen. Since your friend got hurt yesterday and killed in the event there, you can just help yourself today. You can any of the bacon that you see here, any of the sandwiches. If you want to go for the specials or anything like that, you just let me know. All right, and I'll sort you out. All right. How are you all feeling today? I hope you've had a little bit of time to rest on it. Feeling a wee bit better, perhaps. Hungry. That's the word. That's the ticket.
I'm alright, yeah, I guess. I mean, as right as you can be. I don't really understand what's going on anymore. But more bacon. Like, puts out plate for more bacon.
Well, this is what I mean.
Are
Would you
really
like
bacon?
Would you like a bacon sandwich? Would you like a bacon baguette? Would you like a bacon? I've got blood sausage. Came in last night. Didn't want to mention it in the middle of the funeral. Didn't think it'd be appropriate. But I've got blood sausage. I've got fresh hash browns in. You know, with all the bits of potato that people don't really like. They mash them all up and make them into funny shapes. These are just triangles. They're a bit boring. But you know, if you fancy some of that, I can do you some of that. What would you like?
Food.
I think we'll take maybe a little bit of all of it. Can we have like a sampler plate? I've heard places do that at certain taverns. They just take a little bit of each thing and they put it on like one big plate and they give it to you.
A little bit of everything. Is that the same for you, Cashel? Is it like a sampler plate? Or would you like a big plate? Would you like a big plate, would you? I can get you a big plate if you want one.
A regular plate is fine.
Alright now. Alright, I'll get you a little sharing platter, I guess. It starts like just putting bacon and eggs. It gets beans as well. Just puts beans on top of everything. Doesn't ask if you want it. Just slaps it on top.
That happened.
Is there like brown sauce? Is that happening?
No, your sources are over there, Eleanor. I wouldn't go and put sauce all over your breakfast without your say so. And you can look at the beans, which have clearly been splashed all over the place with like that tomato-y sauce everywhere. I wouldn't just put sauce on top of everything.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And like, reaches for a plate. I'm sure I'll see you later for bacon dinner. And like,
actually, we're doing something special for dinner tonight. You'll love this. You'll love it. I've been cooking it since this morning. I'm making beef Wellington.
What?
Beef Wellington.
All right.
You know, the thin crust of pastry on the top with the beef in the middle and you wrap it all up.
Oh, that sounds fancy.
I've made one 60 feet long. I figured I want to be fancy and I want to do the whole garrison. I might as well go mad.
All right,
Anyway,
yeah,
don't let me interrupt your breakfast. It's getting cold. You go and eat it now. Sauces are over there. You can see there's salt and vinegar too. All fresh. All came in last night.
So fancy.
All right. Takes the plate, like slowly turns around, like I thought I was the mad one here, and gosh, is that one a little strange?
Yeah, but I think everyone's love of bacon here is a little bit strange. Like, remember Julie? She died.
I really did die.
Yeah, but she loved bacon. Just like,
I never really knew what happened to her. What really happened with Julie?
dunno. Just bacon didn't sit right with her and Reese ran her through with a halberd.
All right.
It's a real bummer though. Like, I feel like every time I eat bacon, I'm just gonna think about Julie.
Ooh. Hey, Julie, let's sit down and eat this bacon in Julie's honor.
Yeah.
All right.
Bacon.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down and eat the bacon.
All right there, Paige.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I just, Cash is a unique person who I love dearly.
You do, really? I'm flattered.
All right, and I think I'll sit down and start eating bacon, and probably awkwardly, just in silence, looking at Cash a little bit, like, do they really eat fingers? Do they even like bacon? And just ponder Cash.
I feel like at one point, Cash still has like 4 strips of bacon and it almost looks like fingers.
Doing like bacon hands.
Are we still drunk?
No. This is how I am all the time.
All right. Should we go back and check on the boys?
Sure, yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much, Party Wipe Games, for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Please check the warning.
Date.
And please check the warning messages, though it may not seem prevalent in this current scene. Good to keep the content warnings in mind. You heading back?
Yeah, leaving our bacon date behind. Going back to check on the drunkards.
Casual only ate half of every piece of bacon.
You're a monster.
Well, as you head back up the hill, you leave the jollity of the canteen behind you. And it's silent at the hut. Maybe the other two haven't woken up yet.
Oh. Ah! Sorry, I hit my elbow.
Everyone, right?
Yeah, as you open the door, the air seems thick in here. Palpable tension. Reese, why don't you two describe what you're doing?
Reese is digging through. Well, he was digging through Hope's bag, but now he is like kind of stopped and is just rubbing the biggest hangover headache of all time out of his forehead, or at least trying to. But he's just very down like this.
Kaiden surprisingly looks okay. Leaning against the bed almost too casually and just audibly sharpening a dagger.
Did you want bacon?
Did you bring any back?
Yeah.
Alright, toss me one.
Just like hands, Kaiden bacon in their palm.
Kaiden has no standards. Kaiden will eat that.
Here. It's for you.
Thank you. Everything alright with you two?
I learned a lot about Cash out on our bacon date.
A lovely bacon date.
Aye. He's youngish. They are youngish.
Yeah, thanks.
And they're not from here.
Nope.
And they're an only child.
Yep.
Well, congratulations.
The more you
Thanks.
know.
Right, well, good on you. Thanks for the bacon. And I will eat it.
Reese,
Yes.
do you want bacon?
No.
Are you gonna eat anything?
No. And he's gonna keep digging deeper into the bag to try and find anything.
Yeah. How are your fingers, Reese?
A little sore, otherwise fine.
A little sore, but otherwise fine.
Alright. Is everything alright here?
Just peachy.
Alright.
Aye, what Reese said.
Alright. So should we all come up with a game plan?
That's what I was kind of trying to do. I suppose it's all up to all of you. Do you want to go back? You're not even... I don't even know where Cashel would go back to.
Not here.
I don't know if you'd want to go with them or not, but options out there. We could just go back to the village. I personally was planning on trying to finish whatever Hope started. But I know that's not for everybody. Or what everyone would want.
I'm staying.
You want to end the Fiondas.
Yeah, I'd be... The Kamoko will let me leave probably if I wanted to. They're very serious about what's happening down below and the whole, like, tink 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 thing of what they're doing in the belly button of Dragazel.
Right.
Aye.
Well, if you want to continue, I'm going to try to find something figure out where Hope came from.
She
Report
was working
back.
for the king, wasn't she?
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to figure it out.
She had the medal from Ostervale on her belt, so. Assuming if anything, she's probably got to head back to Ostervale at some point. Report back on whatever she found.
Do I find anything in her pack?
You do.
Oh.
You find one letter, wax sealed, with the symbol of Osterbale.
Okay.
One letter, sealed, the symbol of Rise. And a load of blank parchment. Some of which has been doodled on. Some sort of handwriting, which you can make out.
Well, I can't read, so. Reese can't read. You could look at pictures.
The doodles aren't great.
Right.
We got letters here, but I don't know if we're supposed to read this Svargal stuff.
Well.
Can I look through the pack and see if I can find the seals? Or like wax?
Yeah, you can see the seals.
I mean, like the stamp and wax to make the seals.
Reese does not take his eyes off Kaiden the entire time he is going through the pack.
You cannot find the stamps.
All right. Kaiden pulls back empty-handed.
All right. I don't really see why we couldn't read them. To be honest, I mean, it's not like we have available around. No offense. Who's going to read it otherwise?
Or at least figure out who it was intended for.
All right. You can give one to me, I guess. Give me the Osterbale one.
I like words.
No.
Letters. You see, Reese is visibly a little bit more reluctant to pass one over to Kaiden. But he definitely hands one over to Cash, who he knows will be able to figure this out.
Do you end up giving it to Kaiden, though, or do you not?
He does, but it's very, like, that tense moment of both grab it at the same time, and then eventually he lets go.
Kaiden has a big old grin on his face.
All right.
We'll read.
Yep, I'll pop open mine and I'll read it.
Okay, so you're reading the one with the Osterbale symbol on, right? Are you reading it out
yes.
loud?
Yes, because that is the only way I can read. I have to sound things out.
Okay. For the purposes of this, we won't sound it out.
Thank you.
It says, "Dearest Hope, I write you mostly due to your vast experience traveling Trikazal. As you may know, the Ondas have grown restless in the last few years, and I, for one, am keen to find out why. Many are quick to blame the Magiantists, to which I am also guilty, I must admit, but something is driving them from the center of this peninsula. Something is causing them to become more restless than ever before. I also suspect Nevin's children. The band that have made their sole purpose to hunt and kill the Fiondas. However, many fear they stir them up more than they remove the problem. Whatever it is, I would like you to formulate a report. Hunt your trails as far as they need to be trailed. Find the source of this problem. And then report back. Ironically, I fear you may be Trikazel's only hope. Signed, Angwolf Ober, Ann Sailor, Osterbale. You'll know Ann Sailor is a name for Guardian. It denotes the leader of the city.
Have I heard, or have any of us heard the Nevin's children before?
You've heard of Nevin. Nevin is a woman who made her life, a warrior who made her life's purpose defeating the Fiondas. The monsters had famously decimated her family at a young age, and rather than cowering, she decided to hunt them without respite, essentially putting her life forfeit. There are many paintings and sculptures that decorate communities, and that's how you would know her. If you haven't heard the tales from mouth, it could be the only book in the village, or the tapestry that the village. You've been to cities, they may have sculptures and that sort of thing. She is quite famous. The most notable thing that is tied to her name, she saved a village by sallying alone into the field, making her way through the ranks of frenzied Fiondas with only her blade to reach the troop leader. She then beheaded it while chaos was breaking out around her, claws and fangs striking her body. And that's how she died, under the blows of a whole savage horde, which, disorganized after its leader's death, failed to seize the village of Kafgan. Who wants to read the next letter? I hope some of you are making notes, otherwise I'm gonna have to go and read this back and type it out for you. Listen to it back, and thank you.
Oh, good. Good on note takers. Cashel would be taking notes, Renee is not. Because Renee's not here.
That's the beauty of roleplay.
Hey, Cashel's reading one though, for surezies.
Which one? The ones that are open, or are you popping the rice seal?
Whichever one Reese handed me.
One did you hand her, Reese?
The other sealed one? Not the one.
Okay.
The one
Yeah.
from Reese.
Yeah, that's cool.
Rice.
Cashel's excited to break the seal then.
And break the seal you can. Give me 1 second.
Cool.
Dear Hope, it has been long since your time at the university, and I hope that you fare well. We have an investment in the peninsula, near the center, Elwood Soch. I would like you to protect it. I believe the Talkiri Angseiler is growing suspicious of our activities up there. he may falsely try to pin the recent Fiondas on us, as is often the way of the other counties of the peninsula. We are endeavoring to produce sustainable weapons of war to eliminate the Fiondas once and for all. This operation is critical to that. As one of the few people with close connections to nearly all the peninsula's leaders, I trust you to protect this information well. And it is signed. It's signed actually by 7 names, which make up the Council of Bold Ruach across the bottom, and then additionally and separately by Garrick Jamiel.
Whoa, fancy.
There's other notes here as well.
Notes?
Yeah.
I
That one
also
felt
like
really
notes.
important, though. No. Here you go. And he hands them off to her.
Thank you.
It's scribbles, from what I can tell. Don't know if it has anything.
Oh no, these are words. This looks like Hope's own hand.
Words, I know words.
Titan is like peering over Cash's shoulder. I
You
don't
reading
know
out
how
loud
tall
again?
Cash is, but I'm doing the peer.
Are you reading out loud again, Cashel?
Yeah.
Dear Wylard. Actually, I can do this in her voice because you know her. Dear Wylard. At last here is a report about the Fiondas you asked me for. As you know, being a Varigal, I have wandered across Tricastle for many years. And each road, the peninsula, has known the rhythm of my stride. Following your request, I especially wrote down everything I could discover during my latest travels about these dreadful creatures. It's of note that both the Rise and Talkieri leaders are very interested in what's been going on. As am I, to be honest. We cannot deny the fact that they've been getting more violent recently. I've gathered everything I can, really. I've gathered a group on my way north through Talkieri, where Angvar implored me to go and check out Aelwyn Soch and the investment the Magiantists have up there. On the way through, I went through a village, and I've picked up a guide to take me through the mountains. They're nice sorts. Innocent. It's sweet. I remember when we were like that. The Fiondas attacked a village on the way up the mountain. There weren't any bodies left except for 2. I don't really know what happened. I believe one of the people that seems to be more Magiantist inclined. You'd enjoy her at your university, to be honest. May have deduced more, but she didn't share it with me. We ran into some Fiondas today. And a new party member. I never want to see a log again in my damned life. Of all things, the girl I talked about in our last letter had a rifle on her. One of Fervin's rifles. She doesn't rightly know what it is, but perhaps there was a magientist in that little village that I missed on my way through. We're getting to the magientist site today. I don't know how to explain to the group that I know it's here. I don't know how rightly to explain to them that I know Officer Callahan very well. I honestly didn't expect them to make it this far. That's her last entry.
Now imagine all of that except it was said in Cashel's voice.
Sorry, I should have tried to do it myself.
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh, wow. What do you think she means? What's here?
I feel like from the way that she was talking, Callahan might be our best place to start. That he knows something. They at least knew each other.
Pretty well, apparently.
Do you really think we should just go straight up to him, the captain, and be like, we know, you know, Hope, and there's something here?
Well, maybe not in public, but... I mean, where else do we start? She knew everything.
I didn't expect us to make it this far either. I really thought that log was gonna do us in.
Yeah, I hate...
Almost did me, and I fell off it.
Hate it too.
Maybe Cashel's having their own flashbacks of like 20 minutes trying to bum shuffle across a log.
Yeah. No, Cashel's having flashbacks all throughout this letter. There were a couple times that they paused and were just like, huh. And then kept reading.
Alright. So... Are we just gonna go straight to him right now, or do we want to wait? Look around?
He did say if we ever needed anything, we could come to him. So, you know.
Is that a knocking at the door?
Yeah.
Oh!
I was so
go
confused.
and open the door.
I was like, I don't know.
I quickly take all the papers back and kind of stuff underneath my cloak.
1 minute, we're getting decent.
Hello! And then Cashel opens the door.
Outside stands Captain Patrick Callahan.
Oh, hi. We were just talking about you.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you were. Look, I'm very sorry to hear about Hope yesterday.
Bummer, right?
I had promised her a tour, and the tour is still open to you should you wish to go around and have a look at the place.
Is this better than the tour that Julie gave us?
Yes, no more time wasting.
Good. That's what I like to hear. And I'll open the door wider and look at the rest of the people in the room.
I know it's soon after she's passed, but we've lost a few people to Fiondas up here, and generally we find best to keep on keeping on. Of course, if you'd prefer to wait, we can wait as well. One of your party's missing.
Yeah, she's fine.
Fine.
She left a note on the door earlier.
She did?
Oh yeah, Anders is
Well-
fine.
Yeah, she's smart. She's fine.
All right, I trust you.
Tour.
All right. Sorry, I thought you said you were still getting decent. And he looks up
No,
properly.
we're not
for
gonna
the
wait
front.
around till more people die.
Very quickly got decent. We're good. And, like, grabs a wrap or something from her bag, like wraps around herself, like. She with the tour?
Spike's on the feet, getting ready.
Come with me then. And
As
he.
we-
Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say as we walk out, I just Titan falls back a little just to talk with Reese. Just a hot second.
Turn that back up.
Privately?
I don't know. This isn't entirely hidden, but it is just more like it is specifically directed towards Reese.
Okay.
So, looks like Hope wasn't entirely honest with you either. And then I just keep walking.
Reese follows.
That was all. Carry on.
Lab assistant says, you're gonna need burn heal.
Uh-huh.
As he takes you down the snow towards the castle proper, you can see people working away, genuinely mining with various tools. They are working, just generally a mining facility here. There's no shady goings on. These are hard-working people working hard. Hence, probably why they're supplied with so much damn bacon, because anything that keeps them happy, right? We have found a great deposit of Turgak here. Greater than anywhere else in Olive Tree Cazelle. Until recently, it's been... it's rarer than gold. Until we found this. And he begins taking you under the castle into a network of caves. We're being very careful with our prop and insuring here to make sure that we keep the structured integrity above us. We don't want the whole castle coming down. And honestly, we're trying to do as little as possible to actually upset the castle itself. We're trying to maintain that. You might have seen the museums outside. It's just to store the more delicate items, which we'll replace once we're done here. We're trying to do as little damage as possible. Each of you is going to need a hard hat and a light.
Okay.
Any questions so
A
far?
bright yellow hard hat. Nothing breaks the immersion of medieval times like a bright yellow hard hat.
It's just a hollowed out rock.
Ow!
I was hoping for a splash of color for my outfit.
It's just
It's
a
an
hollowed out
accident.
rock.
No,
Someone's
fine.
put some leather padding on the inside. But that's all you got. It's quite heavy, actually.
All right. I put it on and immediately just get like bowl hair. You know?
Alienor, you've got a bit of a strand just sort of right there. Let me help you help try and fix it.
All right. It's like buttoned under the chin. Like, I imagine they're straps. I don't know why. I know it's just a rock, but I still imagine leather straps in my mind. I'm just like,
We tried working with metal, but it's too hard. We found actually that with rock, it's better because it breaks if something heavy hits you.
all right.
Strange as that sounds, something breaking on top of your head is a lot better than something trying to flatten you into a penny.
Uh-huh.
I hope it works. I guess Charlie Hope.
Like I say, we've taken great pains to make sure that this entire cavern is properly propped and shored. I know it's your first time down here at Cashel as well, so please don't be alarmed, alright?
Not alarmed, just excited.
He takes you around this sort of S-bend-like tunnel that runs out onto a large spiral pathway. No rail, no safety. It's about 3 feet across, so thinner than is comfortable. And it opens out into this gigantic cavern, and you can see large steel posts in the middle, which are holding up. And if you look, you can see lights on the ceiling where people are working. Great big joists going across the ceiling, and the reason you can see these, there's people up there with lights, either inspecting them, maybe doing some work on them. Someone's hammering one. It looks like the whole ceiling could come down as far as you're concerned. We take great care of all of our structural integrity. You can rest assured you're safe down here. Sorry, I know you might have heard similar words about the safety of the place yesterday, and I didn't mean to stir up any bad memories.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, excluding Cashel, you're all Tal'Keri, right?
Aye.
So, am I right in assuming that you probably think that this is what's upsetting the Fiondas?
I
Looks to Alienor.
very
Alright.
much so. I saw it.
I was getting that hint.
It's just not the case. The Fiondas have been raising long before we came along. Nearly 15 years ago now that they attacked Gwydir. Gwydir has nothing to do with this operation. And yet they were able to get into a city, slaughter hundreds of people. Maybe thousands.
All I really know, Captain, is what the Kamok show me, and they show me they're not very happy here. I'm still holding on to this helmet, by the way.
I can't pretend to understand Demorphin magic. I've had a little training, enough to be capable here, at least in magiance and mining. But, I'm sorry, I don't know what a Kamo is. Kamog?
It's a little ball of light, and it floats
Right.
around, and it shows me things, and
It's a lot more reliable than it sounds.
Right. Okay.
I think of them like spirits, and they really just kind of show me everything, and they showed me this place, and they were not very happy.
This place is a reaction. We saw what happened to Gwydir. We don't want it to happen to us. And as much as we would like change with our relationship with Tal'Keri and Gwydir, although Gwydir seems a lot farther away than Tal'Keri, we don't wish any ill of you either. We're mining enough Turgak here to make effective weapons, to equip armies, to make all the nations able to defend themselves against the Fiondas. This isn't the cause. This is the solution.
All right. All I know is when my mother told me if you don't agree with someone, you're just going to have to beg to differ. I really think you should probably hurry up and then probably get out of here is really all I'm saying. If you really need the stuff that you're tinking away at.
I get that. But also, this is more of an ongoing mission. No one's come here for years. Even the Demorphin don't pilgrimage here anymore.
Maybe they should.
There wasn't even a Demorphin circle here.
Maybe you're right. Maybe the Kamoka right. I guess we won't know until we really know. And it's just like politely looking off, being passive aggressive in her defenses.
There's more to show you. Come on down.
How tight is it?
How?
Like how tight is these tunnels?
Well, you're not actually on a tunnel at the moment. He is walking you around the ledge on the outside of this cavern.
Okay, I was just worried about actually getting through and not having to like crawl on my hands and knees.
It's about 3 feet across, and at the moment the drop is about 100 feet.
Oh, cool.
No rail.
Cool.
But you have a hard hat.
Oh, that's gonna help.
As he takes you down, eventually you reach the floor of the cavern. This is most interesting. Okay, we found that a lot of the reserves dried up here and came onto this hard granite floor, which we're hesitant to try and drill through, in case. Well, we don't know what's on the other side. That's where it gets interesting. In the one areas where the Turgak does go further down. Follow me. And he takes you into a small outlet opening that's on the side of this cavern. Perhaps, I'm hoping, Demorphin, since you're the first person here to come here and not denounce us as evil and try and set fire to the place or something, that you might be able to shed some light on this, honestly.
Alright.
It's getting warmer. It's getting more humid. In the bottom of this small cave, there is a steam spring. Steaming away. It gets very hot when you get close. It's almost like a sauna. But by the time you get up to the main cavern mouth, it's almost nearly completely dissipated.
Alright. Is this what you wanted to show me?
Essentially, yes. We don't understand it. It's not water, it's not fire, it's just hot. Like steam, and it congeals like water. Like if you were making tea. But it just seems to come from the ground.
Alright, I'll take a good look at it. And I will do so. And try to think of, this is something that I've ever heard about or no?
Do you want to roll for it, or do you want to... Which one do you?
Yeah, I'll roll for it. Is this more of a natural environment or Demorphin mysteries?
Up to you.
Well, they asked for a Demorphin.
Can I have a private moment with Alienor?
Yay!
Alienor, with that amazing Demorphin Mysteries roll, you know that no one's ever said anything about this? Underground hot springs? What the hell? Like, there's nothing that Seamus or anyone could have taught you about this. But What does it look like? He said it congeals like water and it steams like fire, so there's 2 powers at work.
Yeah. Is this just an underground hot spring? Is that all this is?
I guess.
Is this really all they're alarmed about? This is what they came to show me. I cannot believe this is simply that. There are far too intelligent of people here for this to be just
That's not what you rolled for. Would you like to insight check?
Is that relation or
Relationship roll, yeah. Give me a relations
Okay.
roll. Seems like that's all they're worried about.
I should have rolled with advantage.
You've got so many and an auto success.
I know. I keep forgetting I have them. That's the problem until I fail.
I'll tell you what, you can use an advantage retrospectively if you like.
Ooh. I'll take mercy.
I'll let you. Okay, so 1 better than a critical fail. He hasn't mentioned hope. They didn't invite a Demorphin here. You came with hope.
Why would they want a Varigal?
Now, with this information, we're going to go back. And Alienor may try and look like she knows what she's talking about, or she may not. It's up to you. That is all the information you have for this scene. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's get everyone back.
I was actually paying attention that time.
Alienor takes a look at the hot spring.
I wouldn't touch it in case you burn yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a natural part of underground. Being the obtuse walnut that she is, what would you think Hope would have thought of this? She might have had some ideas about this. She seemed like a very intelligent woman. Would you say so, Captain?
Seemed intelligent enough, yes.
Have you met her before?
No.
What?
Really?
I've heard of her. She's quite the famous Varigal.
Aye, so we heard.
And she was due to visit. But no, I hadn't met her in person.
All right. Well, is there any other part of this tour?
This is about it, I'm afraid. I was rather hoping that Hope would be able to make a decision based on what we've got here. And appease the Talkiri Angsiler.
So you knew about her mission from Ostavale then, did you?
No, but it seems fairly obvious. They don't send a Varigal for no reason.
She never mentioned being sent by Ostavale though.
She was wearing her Ostabela uniform.
No, she wasn't. You and I know what armor she was wearing. That's not from Ostavale.
The belt.
Fair enough.
And I've seen your shoulder.
Aye.
I don't think Hope was truly a member of the Ophidians.
How would you know? You didn't know her, did you?
No, but she doesn't seem the type. She's too busy traveling around.
Isn't that what they do?
That is what they do, yes. I'm sorry, this must be stirring up painful memories. I don't mean to
Nope.
be aggravating
Please
you.
keep going. No, we want to hear more about your relationship. Oh, sorry, non-existent relationship with Hope.
Can you just be honest with us and frank? Because quite frankly, I'm very, very tired of lies, and I just want to get down to the facts. You knew her. She knew you. She mentioned it. Are you going to tell us, or are you just going to stand there?
I must have trusted you a lot with that. Not even the most advisors to kings know that.
We're very smart.
We got very close in a very short amount of time.
Nearly die and I'll do that to you.
Alright. I didn't tell much of a false truth, though. I didn't know her well. We studied together, but that was years ago.
At this university?
I never mentioned a university.
She might have.
I was taught the basics. We were taught the basics. We couldn't pick up the stuff like you, nods at Cashel. That stuff's just freaking weird if you ask me.
Ah,
Not that I can't say I don't appreciate it, and he taps a lamp.
yep.
I don't know what Hope's game plan was. Each of us tend to have our own sort of game plans. For me, I was hoping to steer her in the direction of defending or keeping this place a secret. Because I've not told you a lie, not really. I do want to build an armory to defend Tricazelle against this plague. It's the Morphin plague. Been hounding us for so long. I know there's spirits in them Fiondas. There's making eye contact, Alieno. The Morphin spirits, correct me if I'm wrong.
Is he wrong? I want to verify.
It's correct for a layman? It's all a bit
Okay.
more complex than that, really.
Yeah, there's some layers there from my understanding. I am. Well, maybe, but I was kind of wondering something. If you wouldn't mind, I mean, if you wanted Hope to really sweat her to your side, maybe to give me let me look around here and do my ooh, and I'll let you know what the Kamok say. Maybe they'll say it's not a problem. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll say nothing at all.
You'll be lucky to find any spirits here.
You never know.
Looks to the rest of you. Would that make you happy too, would it?
I trusted a Morphin, so aye.
I would like to, if possible, talk to you and go over these details a little bit more. But I'm not sure how the rest of my group feels about that.
I wasn't listening.
All right.
Cashel, I'm interested in your outlook on this. Where are these other Tal'Kiri people? They are obviously in favor of the Demorphin ways. Surely you've got to see the value of an armory to defend against them things.
No, I do. I absolutely do. I don't buy the Dwarven stuff at all. Sorry, Eleanor. Did you put that much stock in our bacon date?
All right. No, I break bacon with someone you think you can trust them, but all right. That's fair. I will beg to differ.
I feel like I've always been perfectly honest.
All
Look,
right.
I'm still learning about, stuff. But I haven't seen enough to really change my mind yet.
All right, that's very fair. I don't blame you. I know I see weird things other people can't really quite see.
I hear things other people can't quite hear.
All right. I did not know you could do that.
Yep.
I'm a person of mysteries. All right. So what about it, Captain? Can I go look around?
By all means. Help yourself.
Straps on the helmet a little tighter. Starts kind of just is like, all right, I'm just gonna go take a look around the cavern. See if there's anything really exciting.
Just be careful of the workers, that's all.
Oh, why? Do they bite?
No, I mean workplace accidents. We're trying to keep them to a minimum.
Don't
What?
fall.
Yes, please
Eliana.
don't fall.
If someone's working with a pick, they might have earbuds in. They might not be able to hear you approaching them. I don't want you to be on the wrong end of a pick because someone doesn't hear you behind them.
Oh. Yeah,
You want someone to come with you?
I think so. In case one takes my eye out.
Well, if anyone has any objections, I'll go.
Nope, I'm fine. You two have fun.
Kaiden
Hey.
does not question Cash's eyebrow wiggle and just walks away.
Eleanor and Kaiden, I'll come to you shortly. The captain takes out his pipe. I'd offer you some tobacco if you've got a pipe of your own.
No.
I'd rather not smoke down here.
There's no gas down here. Steam. And that dampens anything that would be explosive if there was any. We
Still
don't-
wouldn't want to do it down here.
We don't use
No
explosives.
offense.
Fair enough.
There's one thing I have been dying to ask you.
By all
This
means.
whole arming armies thing. Putting the weapons in their hands to fight the Fiondas. I'm really in no position to be asking somebody above me in rank. I understand that, but you're going to do all of this. You're going to make all of these weapons.
Not
What's
my.
the catch?
What do you mean? What's the catch? This is
What's
it.
the catch?
This is the solution. The catch is years of hard work, working in secrecy, without any
Yes,
thanks.
years of hard work down here underneath the surface. You're just doing it for free, for charity?
No, not for charity. These people are these people are reimbursed.
And you're not expecting payment when you put these weapons in other armies' hands.
Look, that's not my decision. Yes, there's probably going to be some sort of business thing. This isn't my vision. This is all the vision of Garrick Jamiel.
Oh.
We heard a little bit about him.
You have now.
Go on.
A remarkable story, I'm sure you know. Ever since he rose up from those humble beginnings, found his way onto the council. This is all his doing.
What exactly does this council do?
The council that runs Rise. Or, well, they run the Magian strongholds anyway, and that's as good as the same.
Huh.
I mean, let's think of it this way. From what I've heard of Ostabale, you have a guardian there, right? The Ansailor, with his court that look up to him and advise him, and one of those people includes the Magiantists, right? Well, it's sort of the other way around in Rise. And I'm sure you all appreciate how good Ostabale looks since the Magiantists came and built it for you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We made Ostabale so beautiful that even the kings who first welcomed us in Rise are jealous.
I guess I'm just concerned on what all of this means. You keep saying this is the solution, but I can't help but feel maybe in finding the solution there are other things happening. Other side effects. There's no perfect solution to anything, really. You put alcohol on a wound and it still burns.
Look, I don't make those decisions. I just follow the directives as handed down to me. Those decisions are made by much smarter men, and not just like one of them. Like a whole council of them, advised by a whole university full of educated people. They've run the math. They say that this will be able to help us save the peninsula, and I believe them. As for the politics of the thing and us working in secret, I can't say I agree with it, but when you're working on a timeline, you don't really have time to try and keep everyone happy. Keeping everyone happy is impossible.
Hope said she had figured out this whole Fiondas thing, why they've gotten worse. Did she mention anything to you?
She was with you the whole time, we didn't get a chance to talk, but I mean, I doubt she's figured out the whole thing. She always seemed like... Forgive me, and he makes a religious sign. Which is strange from a Magiantist. I just didn't see her as much as the figuring out type as rather the evidence gatherer sort of type.
Well, she did something. She was going to bring all of this back. Yes, do you think we should just show him? I'm not good at talking about
Yeah,
in
no,
circles.
I think that's like the shortest distance
Yeah.
between 2 points. Yeah, no, I'm cool with that. Hey, let's cut crap.
Yeah, Reese will reach into his cloak and pull out the letters and the notes. We went through her things and found all of this. This is how we knew about you. This is how we know about the council and the university and everything that's going on. The fact that she knows everything. Keep in mind, we are trusting you by showing this to you. Please do not fuck us here. And
Honestly, it's amazing I didn't tell you sooner.
he hands them over.
He reads for a while. I mean, the way this reads doesn't seem to me like she'd figured anything out. Seems to me like she was still deciding what to do.
About this part
on.
right here, the nose is here. What is it's here? What? There's specifically a part that she talks about knowing you and knowing that it's here. What's it?
It's a good question. I was being honest when I said I haven't seen her since university. She's been keeping tabs on me. I don't know what she's got. See, what have we got? Tons of Turgak. Tons of the stuff. That
That's
Steam thing. And more recently, we've been attacked by a whole bunch of Fiondas. Not really giving you much news here. I'm sorry for that. The way I see it, you've got free choices. Doubtless, your friend's gonna come back from doing her hocus pocus and say that this place is a hive that's strumming and winding up the Fiondas and causing everything to be angry, and oh, the spirits are mad. The spirits have been mad for years, by the way, but still. You can either go back to your Tal'Kiri king and tell him all about this operation. You can head to Rise, try and convince them to stop. Could try and broker peace between the two, maybe, I don't know, to get them to talk about the damn thing. Or you can head off and go and look at these Nevin's children. See what they've got to say about the whole thing. Seems she hadn't gone there yet, trying to figure out the Fiondas.
Wow. I'm a little raw emotionally, but personally I'm of the opinion that we end the Fiondas as soon as possible.
With weapons made of Turgak.
With weapons made of Turgat, you're right, yeah. But I also want to see these Fiondas fighters as well. They might know something. Especially if they studied them, know how they move.
I mean, they spend their whole lives fighting the things, hunting them. Bound to know a thing or two. It's always
where I want to go.
It's always kind of occurred to me that between the people on this peninsula, we probably got all the pieces of the puzzle to actually make a picture. We don't feckin' talk to each other.
Yeah, no shit.
That's why I take a lot of notes.
The vision includes Tal'Kiri, you know. Reese, your name was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I believe to effectively eradicate the Fiondas, the plan was to arm the Tal'Keri armies. You fight much better than any of the rest of us.
Reese
Heck.
does fight good.
Right?
I
And-
stabbed a shoe. But thanks, I guess.
And other bad things.
Look, a lot of us in the army remember being tortured by your men as part of the original deal. It's not that long ago.
What's the point you're trying to make here?
Just saying we're not against each other.
If you're worried about me telling on you, you don't have to worry about it. I have no reason to tell. Just
I'm not worried about you telling the Tal'Keri people about what's going on here. He looks over at Alienor.
I don't know if we're ever going to be able to stop her from talking entirely.
I'm not saying that.
She drinks a lot of whiskey. I don't know if you've noticed. And that tends
That's
to get the
true.
talking started, so I don't think we're going to get her off the whiskey, but
Right. Looks like they're about finishing up over there. We've been down here a few hours. Let's head back up and see what time it is.
if it makes you feel better, I'll try to keep her as quiet as possible.
I appreciate that.
I'll threaten
Casual-
to eat her fingers. What?
I was just gonna say, it looks like something's eating you. I'm now regretting the turn of phrase.
Just trying to put all the pieces together. Like you said, there's a big picture.
Somewhere out there's a big picture.
We're probably going to borrow some of your weapons too on the way out, so I hope you don't mind.
Haven't you seen our armory? We've got tons to spare.
Oh. That's good, because Kaiden's already stolen some, so just letting you know.
What? I'm just kidding.
Interesting to note. You know of the Ophidians then?
I know a thief when I see one.
Aye. By the brand on the shoulder, he's part of the guild.
Yep. He's been masquerading in our town as well, so I haven't exactly trusted him the entire time. Still don't.
It just seems really cliche or stupid for an ex-thief to go around stealing.
You're telling me.
I'm just saying, maybe this story's deeper than that. People
Maybe he
surprise you.
just is that dumb.
Yeah, I mean, he fell for it at Morthen.
What, are they? He looks across now more alarmed.
I don't know. I just listened to all their conversations.
I mean,
I'm
they look
missing out
at
on
each
this
other.
one. It's a bummer.
You're probably not missing out on much.
Yeah, he says something dirty, and then she doesn't notice, and blah 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 blah.
I mean, yeah.
They haven't kissed yet. As far as I know.
Give it time.
Alright, well that's quite enough of that. Let's head back up. And I'm gonna head over to the other two. You two. The two of you walk across this hard granite floor. Where do you go?
Kaiden, I really can't lie to you. I'm really not looking for too much unless a Kamook straight up pops up on me. I'm kind of just seeing what's going on here.
Fine by me. What do you want? What do you want me to keep an eye out for? I mean, I'm not entirely connected with the Kamoks like you are, but I can keep an eye out for other things.
Other things in a pick? Not trying to lose my eyes today.
To be fair though, I think they'll hit me before they hit you, to be honest. Taller.
Well, that's fair. I'll like reach into my handy dandy pocket and grab my favorite stone and just kind of keep a hand on it and just kind of pause and take a deep breath and close my eyes and just see if I can feel anything. Like if I feel anything at all, or am I just feeling nothing?
Oh, damn, I whispered that to the wrong person. Ignore that. Ignore that.
I see nothing. I put a post-it note.
Ooh, that was a oof. Oof.
It's gonna put a lot of post-it notes. It's gonna be cool. Don't message me. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do what I said before. To see if I feel anything kind of calling out, or just feel like a dead zone to me.
You can feel a lot of movement coming from that tunnel where the hot spring is. That's all you get. This place... If Kamo were forests, this is a factory.
Alright. I guess I gotta shut my eyes, like. Hey, Kaiden, well, I guess I was kind of wrong earlier. I'm starting to feel something from that, hot spring.
Do you want to go back into that room, or,
I guess so. Maybe I'll find something, or maybe they'll talk to me.
Right, are they still in there, or are we going to wait for them to leave, or?
They're standing just outside. As you look across at them, you see them pull the sealed letters from Reese's pack and show them to Callahan.
Alright. I don't think they'll really notice me going back in there. Not that I'm trying to hide it. I think they have got bigger worries.
Right, you first then, I guess, since you're, you know what you're looking for.
Alright, if you want, and I'll stroll on over to the hot spring room, and I don't know what I'm calling it, the hot spring. And if I'm not stopped, I'm gonna go in.
Kaiden does the hover hand thing the entire way. Just like kind of there is nothing here where you would fall, but Kaiden still just has his hands just
what are you hovering over?
over the small of your back, just in case. Never actually touching you, but just hover handing the entire way.
I don't know if Eleanor would notice unless you accidentally touch. And just like the obtuse person she is, walk straight on in that room.
Right.
All right.
Fine.
All right, let me try this again, and like stretches her arms a little bit and closes her eyes and takes a deep breath and tries to pinpoint this feeling.
Weird. Not like... It's almost like the water and fire, there's not any Kamo here. Just energy. There's a lot of water energy trapped just below the spring, in fact.
Right.
A long way down, though.
If I go over and put my, like, near the hot spring itself and just put my hand down, not like in the hot spring, but like near it, do I feel anything?
Yeah, you know if you were to put your hand over the hot spring, you would burn.
Yeah.
That is hot.
Yeah. Like near it, but not like burn. I'm not gonna like put my hand in the oven type thing. Just like on the ground where it feels warm, but not like burning.
The ground here seems to be made of like partially these mineral ores and partially this fixed sandstone. Not sandstone, but a sedimentary rock.
Do I get anything from it when I touch the ground, or is it just energy again?
Just energy. Lots of it.
Alright.
May I have a quick word with Alienor?
Ooh.
You could try and use that energy. Or you could try and give it more energy.
I was just wondering how I could tap into this. Would I know the way, or would I just have to take a stab in the dark?
It'd be a stab.
I wondering if what I did to get my little river stone, if I did something similar when I just had to sit there and open up, would I be able to connect to it? Because obviously I can't stick my hand in. I guess I'll give that a shot if I don't know of any ritual to really. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen this before.
Sure, give me a If you have anything relevant to this situation, I'll take it.
I have a lot of Demortha mystery stuff, traditions, knowledge, natural environment. If you have a preference.
Make me a natural environment roll and then a Demorphin mystery roll. Ooh.
All right, and then Demortha mystery. Okay. Oh, not so bad. Wait.
Kaiden.
Yeah, just Kaiden. Sorry, we scared Renee.
Kaiden. You see Alienor sort of...
Is Alienor supposed to be listening to this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good question. It's not my first time messing that up.
You see Alienor sort of... like her eyes roll up a little bit. She starts concentrating. You've not seen this before. But suddenly it reminds you of your dream.
Uh-huh. Eleanor.
I can't focus if you're just yelling my name like that.
Oh, but Alienor, you can. There's so much power right there at your
just kidding.
fingertips. You can just snatch it.
Can I just touch
Eleanor,
it?
what are you doing?
As you touch the power, Kaiden, Alienor begins to pulse light, like blue light. It surrounds her like an orb, like she's the lamp that Eris has been carrying around. Alienor, there is more creation energy flowing through you than you've ever had in you before. Except there's too much. Your body's getting hot. Your blood's starting to boil. You need to let it out. You need to get rid of it somewhere, anywhere.
Eleanor, can you hear me? Are you alright?
I had my hand on my stone. I'm just gonna like grip it and I guess I mentally was reaching for this and just rip my hand back if I can.
The energy drains from you.
I open my eyes and what just happened?
Look, I'm not saying Alienor swooned or that she fainted or anything like that, but should you be looking for that sort of opportunity, you could pretend that she might have done if you were that way inclined.
Oh, Alienor swooned. Oh, it's there. I thought you meant like just energy from the thing. All right, yeah, Alienor straight up stands and swoons.
And Kaiden catches. Kaiden catches. Oh my god, are you alright? What happened?
I think I touched something I'm not supposed to touch.
The ground rumbles.
Alright. What do you were glowing? Is that something that normally happens with the morphins when you start glowing blue?
I got really, really hot. And then I let it go because I couldn't take it.
Forehead or hand to forehead. Does Alienor still feel warm?
Alienor does not feel warm.
Alright. Well, you feel fine. What exactly did you touch?
I guess I would describe it as just energy. It was just raw power. There's a lot of it under here.
The ground rumbles.
Maybe we should step back a little bit.
Alright, are we talking good power, bad power, power that wants to kill us or not?
I don't know if I would really call it good or bad. That's a little
I realize that now.
Yeah. Nature doesn't really quite work that way. There's really not much good or bad. It's more about balance.
Alright, Is this gonna be... Are you gonna get hurt from this? Or it's gonna try and hurt the rest of us?
I don't really think that's how that's going to work. I think I can...
The ground rumbles.
Kaiden has, as much as the swoon position was lovely, Kaiden has put Alienor back on her feet and then just meat shielded, basically, gotten Alienor behind his arm.
I don't know, and I talk to the floor. I'm like, all right, we really hear you now. You can calm it down a little bit.
Who are you
Just
talking
a
to?
wee poke.
The ground rumbles and then goes very still. You didn't realize it had been gently rumbling before, but my god, you know now it's still.
Do I still sense the energy there?
I think the appropriate feeling you have is, oh lord, he coming.
I might have done something really, really bad.
Alright, define bad.
The steam stops.
Never mind.
I don't really know, but it's not very good. It's something is happening.
Alienor, get back. Alienor, get back.
I think we should all get above ground right now.
They're not going to be able to evacuate the entire mine.
Well, then we should get a move on and start going.
Alright, get the others.
All right, and I like rush over to Reese and Cash were before.
I watched the spring.
Alienor and Kaiden come running out of the tunnel leading down to the hot spring.
Oh, no,
What?
Kaiden stayed sort of back watching the hot spring? Reverse
Oh.
curiosity.
Alienor comes running out of the hot spring. Kaiden, make me a. Is there a health roll?
Is there? Maybe. What do you want me to roll against?
No, there's not a health roll. There's got to be condition rolls.
Feats?
Yeah, feats will do.
Am I trying to avoid something?
You're trying to avoid being deafened as a sound like a gunshot or cannon emits from the steam hole.
Alright. I'll just do regular feats.
It echoes around the whole chamber, and everyone in the room suddenly stops working. The gentle picking of axes that you'd been hearing this whole time stops. As all heads turn towards Alienor.
Everyone out now.
The hell was that? What the hell is going on?
I touched something I wasn't supposed to touch.
Why did you do that?
I didn't know I wasn't supposed to touch it. But we should probably get going. And I'll like yell back for Kaiden. Like, Kaiden, I've come out now. I think we should really get out of here.
Kaiden, you
Can
are
I
not.
hear?
You are not deafened. The ground begins to rumble again, and there's a sound of rushing water.
What the heck?
Alright. I'm gonna run, but I'm running backwards, and I've got one of the swords out. I'm just watching the tunnel.
Is Alienor running?
I'm waiting for Kaiden, but then I'll try to get you all to go.
Wait, do you mean like everybody? We can't. This mine is filled with people. You realize that, right?
But we should try to get everyone to get moving. I don't really know what I did, but I touched something. I did a bad thing.
Wasn't a bad thing.
It was a
Callahan,
powerful
is there
thing.
some kind of alarm we can raise?
Hey, you! Get out!
Right.
Bravo.
And he starts running. Kaiden, water comes gushing out of this hole, breaking the hole wider so the bore is bigger. It's coming out at the same sort of speed the steam was, and in about the same sort of temperature.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna grab Alienor if Alienor hasn't started moving, and then I'm just puffing it by.
And this floor is probably like a 200-foot radius. The tunnel behind you fills quickly, and within 30 seconds, there is a layer of water on this floor about a centimeter thick.
Jesus. Run?
Running.
Everybody
Running.
run? Yeah, I think we're in agreement. We run?
Let's have some feats checks, everyone.
Oh no. Ooh, I have an auto success or advantage.
You have both.
Oh, I did a bad thing, but I'm getting out of here. I'm auto successing.
You all have
If
auto
Kaiden-
success.
If Kaiden is specifically trying to do everything they can to stay like with Alienor and make sure Alienor is safe, is that a different role or is that still gonna be feats?
That will still be feats.
Okay.
Especially because they've just auto successed the feats, so they're doing all the feats. So you need to do feats just to keep up with the feats.
Shoot.
That's a lot of feats.
I'm gonna use one of my advantages then.
Just an advantage, okay.
pretty much the same. Literally the same. Wow, that was so worth it.
Cash. That's not a great feats roll.
Nope.
So where like Reese and Kaiden and Alienor, they're all sort of like making their way reasonably standardly. No one's doing anything amazing, but they're like running. You're right at the back.
I'm slow. Also, we didn't fix my shoe, so it's not great for running.
It's not great for
Still
running and not
baffled.
watertight, which might be a problem. I'm not going to say this upsets your progress. You can stay with the group. You're just very much behind and wetter. However, as you all get up to the top with the many workers rushing out ahead of you and around you, there's a roar from the cavern below. And a large, watery hand comes out of the cave mouth.
Fascinating.
Followed by a gaping maw. As a steam Fiondas appears.
Casual has stopped running and is just staring.
What did you do?
I told you I did a bad thing.
What the
And
fuck?
as the music kicks in, that's where we're going to leave it this week.
What?
What the actual fuck, Alienor?
I didn't. Uh-oh.
There was a pleasant conversation happening maybe a few hundred feet from you, and suddenly you unleashed literal hell.
I said they were upsetting things, and no one listened.
Alien became real southern.
Real quick.
I love how it's casual. Casual is the common denominator. Anyone who has a conversation with Casual has a lovely, pleasant time. Not the most detailed, but pleasant. Whilst the other group cause hell.
Hi, Kaiden, the common denominator between the hell groups. Hello.
I did a bad
How are
thing.
you?
Look, I'm just pleasant.
Yeah, surprisingly so.
Cash will become the pleasant one.
I've always been the pleasant one.
She may eat your fingers, but she will hold
They
a very
are
nice
very,
conversation with you.
Very nice and pleasant, and it's just, oh God, when did I become the bad one?
I mean, I've got your backstory notes if you want to go through it.
Yeah, all the knives. This
Ow,
one,
ow,
this
Scrat.
one.
Rude, uncalled for. I am a good person.
What did I do?
Don't look at me like that.
What did you do?
It's a bad thing. This is what happens when you go into dark caverns with boys and you touch the wrong thing. You let off Fiondas. Alright, was that too much?
Steamy holes and just water, like fluid spew
Did you
forth.
actually
So
just
wet.
say the words, you released
So
the
wet.
Fiondas? Did you actually just say that?
Yes.
We're going out on top, guys. Collapse.
Oh, I
It's
mean,
so
only
hot,
one of
so
us is
wet.
going out on
No
top,
sex.
really.
Yeah, no sex. No sex. Oh god.
Just touching holes.
Trash heathen strike again.
On that bombshell, having released the power behind the mighty hole, let's wrap up, starting with our social links. Please check out our Discord, Twitter, and YouTube, where you can catch up with the shows. Come and be part of the community. Come and talk in chat now about all the things the other group couldn't see and see what they speculate about each other. I know they love seeing things they're not allowed to look at. Also, if you want to come and get a game on Twitter, send me a DM. Check out our sponsors. We're sponsored by the Deck of Many, with the Deck of Many animated spell cards and the Deck of Many animated things, as modeled by our wonderful Kayla. Also, check out Mage Hand Press, who make content for 5e, including, but not limited to, their Dark Matter expansion for space play. We play in space on Thursdays. Come and check it out. Until next time, everyone, keep on evoking emotions. We'll be back at the same time next week, and this music will still be playing. Poor Kelly.
Don't touch things with boys in caves.
Never release the Fiona dust. See you later, everyone.
Or do.
Bye.